Okay. Hi. Oh, there we are. There's the camera. Alright, it's in position. It's going. We're all going. Welcome back to Attorney Chronicles. We're back. Let me just see if I'm live. I am. Cool. Yeah, so we're still in the setup for this case. Still. Yeah, I can't believe it's like this setup for this case is being crazy. It's taken so long to get this case to get going and get moving, but we're still not even in the court yet. But this is the last case of the game, so I guess they want to spread it out accordingly, right? Yeah. Yeah. So what was it? Yeah, so the pickpocket girl, she's under what is it? Not under oath. She's on trial. That's it. Yeah, she's been pinned for the murder of the guy at the what is it? Not the what store is it again? Oh god, I've forgotten everything. It's the store where you can trade off something and you can get it back within a certain amount of time, or if it gets put on sale. I've forgotten everything. The second I went live, like everything was in my brain ready to go. It's gone now. Fucking hell. Yeah, but she's on trial, and our judicial assistant is going back to Japan tomorrow when the court case is going to start. But yeah, so we're going to see how that goes. Let's continue. Let's get moving, shall we? 16th of April. Windy Banks. Oh, that's right. Pawn shop. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. But the second I went live, I was like, everything that I was thinking of, it's gone. 1:26 p.m. Windy Banks pawnbrokery. Here we are again, the scene of the crime. Now, to thrust these representation papers in Gregson's face and see what he makes of them. Hello again, Inspector. Do you have a minute, please? What is it now? You should go home and get some rest. Here you are, Gregsy. The representation papers. Your ladyship. How? I don't believe it. How the devil did you get that stubborn little ragabash to sign that? Oh, that's right. Yeah, she was like, no, I don't want you to be, representing me. But eventually she caved. She's like, all right. I salute you. That's good work, that is. Hang on, I just want to adjust my microphone a little bit. Move it a little bit further away. Oh, yeah. I can see you've been very busy here as well. How about some tea? It's a special blend designed to relieve fatigue. Glug. Ah, lovely. Well, let's see now. Yes, I hardly feel tired at all. I'm as fit as a fiddle, your ladyship. Would it be alright if we investigated the scene of the crime then? Do as you please. But as you know where it happened, go through that door behind the counter. Yes, the store. That's where I discovered Mr. Windybank and Gina. That's right, Gina Lestre, that's who's on trial, right? Yeah, it's all coming back now. Right, well, I'll be getting back to the business then. Will you be investigating the storeroom as well, Inspector? If I'm perfectly honest, we need to wrap this up before long. I can't afford to spend too much time on it. But there are so many cases to go through, it's taking forever, even with the lads working round the clock. Which is a problem, because there's another case the yard needs to investigate urgently. That must be what Lord Strawhand meant by far more serious matters before. So what I'm saying is to get under my feet, sunshine. Come then, let us not waste any time. Yeah, you're going back to Japan tomorrow, so yeah, you're pressed for time for sure. Oh, we're examining this place? Okay, sure. Can we examine the back room? That's where the murder case happened, right? Or when the murder happened. Behind that door is the storeroom, isn't it? That's what Grexy said. Yes, and that's where I saw that dreadful scene last night. Though the little window in the door. Or through the little window in the door. Mr. Windybank face down on the floor, with Gina beside him. As the accused legal representative, you have the right to examine the scene, Mr. Nauherder. We must make a thorough investigation. Yes, of course. And we will. Behind that door, that's the real scene of the crime. She's gonna come too. Don't worry, if there's any clues in there, I'll find them. Oh, can I move from here? Oh, yeah. Even though it's right to that door, I have to move. Yeah. Sure. Sixteenth of April, Windybank's storeroom. Poor Iris. She's clammed up completely. Yeah, this is back in the day when they used to draw chalk around the outline of the body before they used to move it. I don't think they do that anymore, so yeah. But I'm guessing it's more or less to move the body and preserve the crime scene accordingly. To be like, here's where the body was, well, would be, but we gotta we gotta do the coroner process. We gotta do the cause of death, and also it's probably gonna smell, so don't want that. Iris is bound to find this difficult. After all, Mr. Windybank's life was taken in this very room and last night. Ah. Wait, Inspector. What is it now, Sunshine? You took one look at me and tried to run away. You think a Scotland Yard inspector would run away from some jumped-up little defense lawyer, do ya? Well... I've never seen her ladyship looking like that before, is the thing. I didn't know what to say to her. So you weren't running away from me, and you were running away from a 10-year-old. I'm afraid this is all a little too much for young Iris. Yeah, exactly. Scarring a small child. Well, I guess she'd be used to this kind of thing by this point, so... But still, has she actually gone to a crime scene herself yet? I mean, she's wrote about it, but still. Some general reassurance might go a long way, perhaps, Inspector. You do this enough, you get hard inside. Don't trouble yourself unduty, your ladyship. I mean, at least you're not dead, are you? Wow. That's, not subtle at all. Just making it worse. I don't think that went very well. Why? Look, I'm in the middle of an investigation yet, Sunshine, and I told you not to get under my feet. And we have investigated to ourselves. Yes. I'd like to hear more of what the search the inept Spectre has to say. Oh, Hurley. And to inquire how Mr. Sholmes' operation is going. Converse. So, Inspector, what do you make of the crime scene here? Sure, you got some eyes, haven't you? Use them. It is what it looks like. Nothing more, nothing less. Iris, could you lend me a hand? So, Grexy, what do you make of the crime scene here? I just wanted to open up for her, but not for me. Makes sense. Oh, yes, your ladyship. Do allow me to humbly explain. Last night, shortly after the hour of 1 o'clock in the morning, Scotland Yard police attended the scene. And the one and only door to the storeroom was found locked from the inside. So it was locked from the inside. The lock appears to be broken now, though. What was the police officers doing? Quite right, madame. Quite right. We took the liberty of smashing the door in, as humbly as possible. Oh. As you can see, the victim was discovered prostrate on the floor, thuswise. And next to the aforementioned body, we discovered the vile gutter child. Are you talking about Ginny? She's my friend, you know, Inspector. Mr. Lestrade, the hapless girl was curled up on the floor, dead of the world. She's still alive, you know. Yes, when I saw her, she appeared to be unconscious. And I'm afraid to say she had the gun that was used in her hand. No. But presumably the gun that's still down there on the floor now. In her pocket we found the key to the door as well. What? The key of the storeroom? And you say the storeroom be locked from the inside, Inspector. They're really laying this on thick. It's like, remember the door was locked from the inside, right? I think that's a trick in games. You like do something multiple times so the player gets it, right? Yeah, I think that's a trick they used in Super Meat Boy. There's a section where you kind of like jump up the wall and get over it, but then they do that again like a couple of levels later, but in a different way. So it's like to make sure that the player actually understands, right? Right. Correct. All of which leaves the ladyship's friend in something of a sticky situation, I'm afraid. Obviously, my personal opinion is there's some sort of misunderstanding. Of course it is, Inspector. Of course it is. Grexy, do you know anything about Hurley? Is the operation finished? Is Hurley alright? Is he? The thing is, don't mince your words, Inspector, please. You don't mean to say that Mr. Sholmes is... No. The operation's done and dusted. It's just that, well, out with it. Hit him with a subtle takedown. Yes, madame. They use something called a general anesthetic. It's the latest thing. Renders the whole body insensitive. The whole body anesthetized? Is that even possible? It means the operation can be completed while the patient is fast asleep. This would be like revolutionary technology in this day and age. In this day and age, it's pretty common to like put somebody to sleep and then, you know, perform surgery accordingly. Or anything else they need to do. Goodness, in the Empire of Japan, we can just manage to provide laughing gas for tooth extraction. The trouble is the latest thing isn't always the greatest thing, if you follow my meaning. They couldn't get the medication to work at first, so it took hours for him to nod off, or so I hear. And now the op's finished, they can't get him to wake up, apparently. Oh, jeez. Oh, my. It worked a little too well. No one knows if the anesthesiac is still in his system, or if the bloke's just plain exhausted. But anyway, all they can do is stand back and watch him till he comes around again. Hurley. The moment he opens his eyes, your ladyship, I swear I shall give word to you. What a surprise. Even in the matters of life and death, Mr. Sholmes has things to do his way. Alright, that's a good. Let me look around the place. Oops, didn't mean that. Oh, I chose the wrong thing. For some reason I was like, finger, right? Use the finger. I wasn't reading the word at all. Jeez. The police have managed to position the body with a chalk line. Poor Mr. Windybank, he was a nice old man. Well, he was shot just once, through the heart. Kill shot. Most likely, a fellow died instantly. He wouldn't have felt the thing. Aha! I may be able to help with that. Oh, suddenly. She's in high spirits all of a sudden. What? There's nothing like the sound of blood to get the blood pumping, is there, Runa? I thought you were fresh on murder cases, but apparently not. Or on crime scenes, I should say. I have a feeling I'm not as bloody-minded as you, Iris. I'm afraid the sight of blood makes my blood run cold. There you have it. You see, when it comes to blood, we're all different types. Yes, what a scientific observation. Yeah, I know friends that are like, oh, I can't stand the sight of blood. Gross. It makes me want to faint. But I'm like, nah, it's whatever, it's fine. No problem. So you need this? Oh no, what is that? Scary looking thing. Hurley and I haven't actually come up with a name for it yet. But as soon as you see it in action, you'll understand what it does. Watch. Messing with, are you allowed to do that? Messing with the crime scene. Oh, the color of the bloodstain has changed. There, does it make sense now? Yes, I think I'm starting to understand. Is it making change the color of the blood so you're not like, so your brain's not like blood? Gross. Right. Good, it works on the principle that different people have different types of blood, you see. Yes, how wonderful. The chemical of fire combines with the blood and changes color. So you can identify whose blood it is by looking at it. In a flash. Oh, I see, so different colors for different blood types, right? Unless you have the certain case of two people having the exact same blood type. That'd be awkward. Borderline useless. Oh, what a fabulous invention, Iris. Though I guess the chances of it happening is probably pretty slim. Isn't it? Isn't it? I bet Jane would say it's bleeding great. So, whose blood are we looking at then? This must be Mr. Windybank's blood. Yes, this is where he was shot, so there can't be any question of that. This could turn out to be a very valuable clue. So we simply must make a note of it. The blood analysis has been entered in the court record. It's probably going to come up later. Blood on something else. Shoot it with the cannon. And that's going to turn green. Oh my goodness, what? Some shit like that. Let's keep testing any results of any other blood analysis to the portfolio. As long as I have Regent left, sure. Okay, that's done, right? It doesn't go as a tick though. Can I examine it again? Iris. Don't worry, I'm alright. Well, we must find the true culprit. Yes, absolutely. Okay, now I came up with a tick, right? So a little bit extra dialogue you could have checked. This is a revolver, a real one. And quite possibly the murder weapon used to take Mr. Windybank's life. What's the matter, Susie? You and Runa look like you're about to faint. Well, it's just that I've rarely seen a gun in the flesh. And I've had issues with guns in the past. But anyway, we saw Mr. Windybank with us yesterday, didn't we? Did we? Oh, that's right, yeah. Yeah, that's where he was like, oh, I'm gonna shoot myself. Like multiple times. I shall have to take my own life. Forgot all about that, jeez. It must be the same gun. It looks a little different, but okay. And last night, when I looked through the spy hole in the door to the storeroom here, that was the same gun I saw in Gina's hand. Oh, excuse me. Mr. Windybank told us that he ever only had a single bullet loaded in the revolver, did he? Oh, that's right, yeah, he said, I remember him saying that. He was like, I just did the one to take my own life. Well, it's empty now, and the one only bullet he had in the gun has been fired. Where's the, oh, I guess the bullet would be in his body, right? Yeah. Because, yeah, it's different to like a magazine clip, right? It's like the cartridge that shoots out from that, but with a revolver, you just fire the bullet and it just goes out, right? The whole entire thing, casing and all. Oh no, because I think the bullets are different, right? Than like loading something into a pistol or assault rifle or whatnot. So yeah, it's different. So we can be fairly certain that only a single shot was fired from this revolver. Okay, bicycle. Look at all these articles that are being deposited. The room is stuffed full of them. I can't believe how many there are. A bicycle, a gramophone, musical instruments, even some enormous paintings. Look. Pieces of different people's lives quietly gathering dust here together. There's something very peaceful about the atmosphere in here. Yeah, where's the giant machine that they deposited? Or the scripts? Or at least there would be, if not for the chalk outline on the floor and the policeman shuffling around. Not much I can do about that, sunshine. Okay, so that counts as that being looked at. Okay, so all the shit, all the random shit I don't have to investigate individually. Thank God. Yeah, okay. Oh, there's like a ton of paintings there. Jeez. Interesting. You'd imagine like holding on to a painting, like it being an episode long, and then like the person who painted it died, and it's like, well, now I can sell it. Isn't that the ironic truth of an artist? It's like their work is only appreciated until after they're dead. Yeah. Alright, I can look at this, and I believe that's the final thing I can look at. Anything else? Yeah, that's everything. Oh, that works. Out of all the articles in the storeroom, this is the only thing that shows any signs of being ransacked. Ah, what is it, Iris? That's the box file that my manuscript was being kept in. Ah, so somebody nicked it. Oh. Iris's unpublished story, The Hound of the Baskervilles. Surely that's not what all this... Sorry, Iris, but if you ask me, he sold it. Without telling you. We must check inside the box. At once! Yes. Oh, don't zoom in or anything. Ah. It was there. Iris' story was there. Really? It was? How do you know? Did you see the box behind? Well, that's good news. Isn't it, Iris? Yes. I mean, of course I believe Hurley's when he said he deposited it there, but still. It's a relief to actually see it. Oh, it is still in there. Okay. Really? Because that's not a very well-hidden frown. Iris' manuscript begins at the court record. Okay. Hound of the Baskervilles. Can I look at the court record and get a sneak peek? Ooh, let me just read this real quick. No, no judgment. Right. The Hound of the Baskervilles. How does the sort of son know the exact time of this unpublished story? Yeah, what's up with that? I suppose I just have to wait until she's ready to explain it to me. I'm so sorry. Yeah, and that's the alternate pen name that she goes by, right? Yeah, because she doesn't use her own name in these stories. So obviously it's like, oh, this was written by a 10-year-old? What? Okay. Okay, I can just check it again if I want to. That's fine. Blood sample analysis. Blue. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's definitely going to come out later. This blood is pink. This blood is red. Like it just doesn't change color at all. Hmm. Okay, is that everything? Looks like it. Anything else? Be as thorough as possible. There's one thing on the shelf that's sticking out. You didn't check that one folder, idiot. That was the most significant thing to the case. Stupid. Okay, there's it. Converse. Okay, that's everything. Can I actually present some of this stuff? See if he has anything else to add to it. Is that what I think it is? Your ladyship's latest? Yes, my latest story. It's called The Hound of the Baskervilles. A most fascinating title, your ladyship. Fascinating. And I don't suppose. Would there be any mention of my humble self in the tale this time? Good question. I can't really remember. I see. Well, why would you, your ladyship? I'll just await its publication in eager anticipation. Kind of revealing characters from your own book story. And you don't need to worry, Inspector. I'm sure if you do appear, you won't be doing anything particularly remarkable. You're looking to get arrested, sunshine. I didn't mean it like that. Even if I did, you wouldn't have bitten your ladyship's head off, would you? Inspector Gregson, could you give me your opinion about this, do you think? Just a generic statement. He's like, I don't know. We don't intend to share sunshine, not with the general public. In that case, Gregsy, how about some herbal tea? Lug. Ah, lovely. Very much. That really hit the spot, your ladyship. You don't mind sharing that, then? Okay, so I'm guessing the rest probably he has nothing to say about it. Actually, hang on. Oh, okay, yeah, the signature is different. Right. I was thinking maybe like the signature will like be similar. No, it's completely different. Okay. Some sort of corresponding bits and pieces that converse accordingly. But no, it's fine. Speaking of drinking stuff. Aha. Okay. Oh, excuse me. Alright. So what happens if we go back out? Anything new idea? No. Oh. Examine the police officer. The police are scouring every inch of this place by the look of it. Instruction from the yard to examine every article in the shop and every ledger of the book accounts. Every article? But that's a ridiculous amount of work, surely. We've been hard at it ever since the show was declared a crime scene in the early hours. We're still sifting through all this shift at least, but still. We'll be working tonight, that's for sure, and even though we're barely even scratched the surface. A crime and a pawnbrokers. That must be every policeman's worst nightmare. It's every cop's worst nightmare, you know. A crime and a pawnbrokers. I was just thinking of that. You having to literally look at every single thing accordingly. But why would you? Oh, I guess just the chorus could, you know, reference things to see if anything's been stolen, right? Yeah. Yikes. Oh no. Hammer. Oh, something that's broken over here. There's a little article ledger here and Mr. Winniebank's notes and What's this? It looks like if someone's left a little photographic print behind. Oh, look on the back. There's some writing. Is there? Ooh, show us, Susie. Show us. Is that the same signature? 15th of February, 10:30 p.m. Article deposited. One gentleman's overcoat. Didn't we already have this? Loan amount paid, £1 redemption net headline 15th of April, 10:30 p.m. A gentleman's overcoat pawned for £1. Clearly it was a very fine coat, in fact. I think. Yes, this must be the ticket for the overcoat that Gina redeemed yesterday. And is still wearing, which belonged to Mr. McGilder. I would never expect the redemption ticket to be handwritten on the back of the photograph, though. It seems a bit windy, but just whatever piece of paper just happened to be on have on hand. Cat. But this photograph of a cat. It looks very familiar, doesn't it? I'm sure I've seen an exact picture somewhere recently. Oh, yes, you're right. Very recently. It's the same as the one that Jeannie gave us earlier. Of course, I was forgetting that she gave us that print. Well, while you're waiting for that, Mr. Nara, get it out. Alright, alright. Just let the cogs turn. Yes, it is exactly the same. Is it? Trying to do, what was that, find the difference challenges, where you do one to the other. Try to find, like, the subtle, like, little differences. This one has no tail, and this snowman has 4 buttons, not 5, and shit like that. Yeah, not exactly fun, but I guess it's fun for the kids. Yes, they are exactly the same. I've got it. These 2 photographs hide an amazing secret. A secret? What does she mean? You must tell us, Iris, at once. Do you really want to know? Yes, we need you to tell us all you know about this pair of photographs. Okay, converse. So, Iris, about these 2 photographic prints. The one that we found here on Mr. Winnie Mac's counter, and the one that Gina's gave us before. What is this amazing secret you mentioned that's hidden behind these 2 identical prints? Actually, that's not quite right. Sorry? If you look carefully, the 2 prints aren't the same. Not exactly. They're not? Where? What's the difference? Have another look at them now. I'm not seeing any differences. Oh. Oh, was the cat looking like a little bit up to the left? And the left-hand one? Yeah, it looks like it's slightly like... One's like this and one's like this, kinda. Yeah. Like a little bit different. Right? Can you see that they're just slightly different from each other? I think so. It's very subtle, though. Well, what's the reason for the subtle difference between the 2 prints? Ah, well, it's because they're a set, you see. No, I don't... This is a pair of photographs. This pair of photographs are meant to be used in a stereoscope. Everyone in London is raving about them at the moment. Oh, is it, it's like where you take 2 pictures and combine them together to make like a 3D image. Right. Ah, stereoscope. Why is it that I think that I've... Why do I feel like those I've heard that word recently? Oh, yes. That's what Mr. Sherm showed us yesterday. You see? There it is, just over there. Ah, yes, of course. That magical machine that makes pictures looks like almost real enough to touch. Yeah, exactly. Well, actually, it's quite possible to use the same depth in pictures, even though without one of these contraptions. What? Really? Yeah, cross your eyes. Do you know how a pair of flat photographic prints can appear to have any depth in the first place? No, I have no idea. Oh, wonderful. Then I'll be able to tell you. She's over the moon, bless her. Though, I think I should let her explain, though, why we really need to carry on investigating those scenes. I, for one, simply have to know. Jeez. Oh, God. Have you ever considered, Bruno, how our eyes see the same depth in the world around us? Well, I just opened them, and it works. But for the reason that it works is because we have 2 eyes. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, people that are blind in one eye, it's like they don't have that depth, so it's like Yeah, good depth perception. That can't tell what's closer and what's further away. Two eyes, shocking. If you try closing just one eye at a time, I think you'll see straight away. What you see with your left eye, and what you see with your right eye, are ever so slightly different. You get a different view with each eye. Yes, though in possession of objects seem to shift slightly. Exactly. And in your head, your brain uses the shift estimate depth as it merges the two views into one. That's how we can sense depth in everything we see. My brain really is amazing, isn't it? And it does so much without telling me. I think I see. The pair of photographs consists of the left eye view and the right eye view. Is that right? Oh, well done, Susie. You're so quick. So what happens if you switch the photographs around the other way? What happens? Oh no. So you can persuade your brain to merge the two pictures together in your head. And if you're able to see the depth in these prints? Yes, Bruno, you're beginning to understand. And a stereoscope's function is to act as your brain and allow you to just do that. Yes, but as long as you have the two images, two eyes, and the one brain, you can actually do it yourself without needing a stereoscope at all. You can? Really? Yeah, you gotta cross your eyes. I already know this. Let's try it. Let's see if you can view this pair of prints without the help of a stereoscope. Oh yes, I'm dying to have a go. Sister really loves this kind of thing. Magic eye. You need to be able to cross your eyes, that's the main thing. Can you both do that? Cross my eyes? I think I can. Yeah, what was it, in that movie, Mallrats, there's like a magic eye thing, and then there's like one character and the whole entire arc is they're trying to look at this this magic eye thing to see like a sailboat, and they're just like standing there like, you know, well, I can't see it, I can't do it. Oh no. And there's like all these people that come up and say, oh look, you know, a sailboat, oh this and that. I think there was like one kid that came out and he's like, oh, it's a schooner. And he's like, no, it's a sailboat, you idiot. It's like, no, a schooner is a type of sailboat. Yeah. Watch me and see if you can copy. Make your eyes do this. Alright, let me try. Are you ready, Mr. Naruto? There, how's that? Wonderful, now it's your turn, Bruno. The trick is to concentrate on looking at the bridge of your nose with both eyes at the same time. Not exactly an easy task, but two people are staring at you cross-eyed. Yeah, a bit uncomfortable. Yeah, I think, there was a way I used to do it as a kid, like I couldn't like do it properly. I can do it now though, but still. I remember I think I just used to just stare at the image and just like try to look around accordingly until it eventually worked. Just somehow my brain just like, you know, did it, I don't know. Alright, that's enough practice, let's try looking at the prints. Alright, give me the one next to it. Start by staring at one point and slowly crossing your eyes. That's going to do it for me. You see two overlapping images, like this. Try it now, Bruno. I'm just going to have to give it a try, I suppose. Did the print split into two images for you? Now the next step. Okay, so there we are, so... Let me... yeah, a little bit. Doing it right now. It's a little bit 3D. It's like very subtle though, so not as hardcore as I've seen in the past. Is to put the pair of prints side by side like this, and then try crossing your eyes again. The prints should slowly merge together until, well, I guess I can't like. I need the 3DS version. They can form a new single image in the center. Oh, yes. Mr. Naruto, it works. I can see it in the middle now. It looks so real. I could look at it all day. Yeah, then you get a fucking headache. I wouldn't advise that. Your eyes might start to hurt. Your turn, Bruno. Pretend you're looking through the two pictures and slowly cross your eyes. Keep adjusting the pictures of your eyes until your two images overlap exactly in the middle. Like this, is it? Okay, sorry, dude. There, you managed it, so now you know how stereoscopic images work. Well, I don't know who discovered it, but it really is quite extraordinary. Yeah, I guess it wouldn't take much to, like, you know, figure it out. Be like, hang on. Like, one eye looks like slightly different to the other. So what happens if I take a photo and then take a photo, combine them together? I guess like the hard part of like actually, you know, making the machine that actually works properly, right? So you can actually look through and be like, no, don't have to cross your eyes, right? So what do you think of these two stereoscopic prints, right, Bruno? They're certainly amazing, but it isn't easy to get the knack of viewing them properly. No, some people find it easier than others. But that's why like traps like this exist for people that find it tricky. Oh, I recognize that. We saw one over there yesterday, didn't we? And is it not there anymore? If I remember correctly, when you press this little knob here... Oh no, it's still there, I see it on the table. Just like that text box is covering it. Let's set the pair of photographs in the stand in the back and... It's still amazing, even though I know roughly how it works now. The magic is gone. Well, London seems to agree with you. Stereoscopes are very popular at the moment. You can find one of these folding contraptions with lots of households in the capital recently. But if these little machines were so affordable, surely there's no need to go around staring cross-eyed at pictures like you hate them. But it's much more satisfying to be able to see the effect with your own eyes. Well, I think so in any case. Stereoscopic pictures. I've never even heard of them until yesterday. We've certainly learned a lot about them, but I wonder if it's knowledge that I'll actually ever need. The seconds. White cat photographs me out of the hot record. Alright, that was a big waste of time. Now what? Fucking around. My god. Okay, what else we got? Can I look at it again? Wasn't there a thing that was like broken? Yeah, what's up with that? The legend that's open that can really is enormous, isn't it? It must be an awful lot of work to keep track of these hundreds of items in pawn. I was more wondering about that lantern that's on the desk that's broken. We can't have a look at that? No? It's too much to think about. Better stuff to sell than have a clear head if you ask me. But clearly Mr. Winnie is very careful when it came to articles and care. Unless it's a case that you can't actually check it until you actually need to. Yeah, much like that one case. Hey, there's a waste paper basket. I won't look at it though, because fuck you. And then there's like a major clue inside there when we eventually did look at it. It's like, oh god. That's a music box. Do you have them where you come from, Bruno? Yes, but I've never actually seen one as large as this in Japan. Oh, well, this will be a treat. Shall we have a listen? Yeah, drop the bass. What do you think? Isn't it a pretty sound? It's a beautiful sound, yes, but it's a little hard to enjoy while the policemen in the room are giving you fierce looks. Yeah, it's like, what are you doing fucking with evidence? Don't touch anything. Never mind that. If any of them say anything, I'll tell Greg see that word. Iris Wilson, superintendent of Scotland Yard. Superintendent, sorry. These shelves are where the pawnbroker puts articles that have been fortified on display for customers to buy. Yes, it's a really strange miscellany, isn't it? I mean, who would buy this horse statue, for example? I don't know, someone that's super into horses, I guess. It's like those miscellaneous shops that you find. It's like, you know, they have everything and anything, and it's always just like this random shit. It's like that sits there forever. It's like, well, someone's gonna buy it eventually, but who? You just happen to have the right person come by. That's like, hell yeah, I want that. Well, sometimes you can find some real treasures among the junk, you know. Are you alright, Runa? Oh, it's just, well, it looks like there's a collection of useless junk as a whole, but you can pick out the individual things. Yeah, either that or somebody's like, you know, looking for something cheaper. Huh? Oh, it's hard to say. Though I guess that's, you know, what a lot of people come to like secondhand stores for. It's like something that's already been used, obviously, but they can pick it up for cheaper than, you know, buying it straight up, like brand new, right? You can't help wishing that you own them, even that horse statue. That's exactly how the pawnbroker works. They're very clever. Okay, so I checked out all this crap as a whole then. Yeah, much like the other room. Good. Excellent. I have to fucking look at all this shit individually. Yeah, the amount of times that I spent it in rooms just having to look at every single thing one by one. It's like, oh boy. This is that strange contraption that allows you to see pictures of things that are right in front of your eyes. It makes you think that Mr. Sherman's gleefully showed us to yesterday. We were blissfully unaware that any of this was about to happen. Can I look at this again? I guess. I'm fairly sure this contraption was here yesterday as well. Here we are, though. I'm not sure they can feel confident I can get it closed again. Oh, yes, that's a folding stereoscope. We're just fucking talking about that, but okay. Really? This is the stereoscope? We were literally just talking about it. Mr. Sherman showed us a picture of us yesterday. We were supposed to be able to see in 3 dimensions. But for that, he used a great big contraption over there. Ah, well, that's for us to use in a public house in a place like that. It contains a carousel with all sorts of pictures inside. Okay, so there's different versions. There's like the larger one that can, you know, you can put multiple images in. But I guess it's the small one where you have to like change that individually, right? Yeah. But this little thing is much simpler design for use at home. There are special shops selling prints you can use in them. I have a little collection in myself. I wonder if I could make money out of this in Japan. Be keeping my toilet sparkling clean anyway. Oh, and the date. It's been torn. Yeah, I remember that from the other day, right? Ah, look here. Yeah, it's been completely smashed in. Oh, a bullet hole. Interesting. So the gun that only had 1 bullet in it apparently fired twice. And there's blood here as well. Now, isn't that interesting? And I can see the bullet was still lodged in the wall. Presumably, Mr. Winnie Mac wasn't practicing with his revolver in his spare time. I like how this cop like looking right at it, being like, is this evidence? I don't know. Ah, well. Mr. Sherm's like to practice his drawing room whenever he can. He's very patriotic like that. Sorry. It's all there in the images of Herlock Sherms, you know. Isn't that right, Iris? Yeah, but those are made-up bullshit stories, right? Did I write something like that? Probably in jest, perhaps. In jest? Well, he doesn't do it often. It's quite a dangerous pastime. He doesn't do it often? He shouldn't even do it once. Forget that now, Runa. Let's examine the bullet. We pair the bullet with a gun. Obviously, that technology wouldn't exist back in the day. Yeah, because I believe nowadays you can literally be like, yeah, this is the gun that was some sort of, I don't know how they do it, but it's like they know exactly where the bullet came from and which gun it was fired from and whatnot. Yeah, I'm just gonna take off this jacket. It's gonna be a little bit warm. Yeah, because I've got my heater on, so take this shit off. What's that around the bullet hole? Is it blood? A suspicious red stain on the counter. Ah, let's use the blood gun. Yes. Yeah, my thoughts exactly. Aha, this is where I come in. Oh, right. If the blood changes to the same color of the sample in the storeroom, we'll know that it's Mr. Windybank's blood. Exactly. Here we go then. It's gonna be a different color, green. Oh, it's not gonna change at all. Oh, never. Hmm? It's completely different to the color that Mr. Windybank's blood turned in the analysis. It just goes to show things that don't always go according to plan, do they? Nevertheless, we must add this sample to the results of the other blood analysis. The blood samples portfolio has been updated in the court record. Oh, so we're going to have multiple analyses in there? Okay. That's interesting, though. So that means there were two... There was another person here, and they also got shot. I'm guessing the bullet passed right through them. What do you make of it? This officer has been staring intently at the wall since we came in here. Shit, keep it down. Oh, sorry. There's a major clue just here. Really? Then we must tell Gracie at once. But as soon as I report it, that'll be it. I'll be stuck here even longer. Stuck here? What do you mean? I'd be out to come home in 2 days already. I need a constable to relieve me, and it's already take care of my shift. They really have a rough time, the British police. That doesn't stop us investigating, though, does it? No, I suppose not. I'm fairly sure it does. What's the calendar we're just peering at? It's probably just like borderline like wasting time, being like, shit, more paperwork. What was that gonna look over here? My cursor like lit up over here for a second. That's not loading up anymore. Was it? Oh. That was the tick, but there was a slight like nod. Yeah, here. 3 golden balls. What? Oh, outside. That's right, the sign shows the shop in the pawnbrokery. A bit like your armband shows that you're a defense lawyer. And what's the significance of 3 golden balls that have some sort of special meaning? I expect Hurley would like to answer that question when he's back from the hospital. You mean you don't know? Yeah, I guess as much like how like every barbershop has like that like spiral thing, the red and blue thing that twirls around. It's like it doesn't really mean anything, but the second you see that, you're like, ha, barbershop, right? Get my hair cut. Green blood. It just seems wrong somehow. Oh, there are all sorts of different colors. There are pretty pinks and purples too, you know. Like I said, everyone's blood is different. I wonder what color my blood would turn out. Actually, I don't want to know. Yeah, I'm guessing it's just different colors for like different blood types, right? Yeah. Alright, is that it for this room? Sweet. Alright. So I guess we can move back to the storeroom and maybe they have something else to say about the blood. No? Okay. Now what? Okay, let's just go somewhere else. Never did talk about here. Still Scotland Yard carriage outside Windybanks. I never imagined I'd investigate a case so close to home. Poor Irish is very upset about all this. I'm sorry, I was there. I could have done more. None of this is your fault, Bruno. So please, don't apologize. But it's the criminals that are blamed for all this. So let's investigate the work, how to catch them. Yes, you're right. Yeah, I wonder if this is going to be much like the last case in 1871, because I remember there was like a lot of like backwards and forwards. You know, like gather this information, then come back, and then go back and forth. And, yeah, I remember there was a lot of that. It's already 2 months that we've been taking lodgings here at Mr. Sholmes' office. I still can't quite believe it. I never expected things would turn out like this. When Hurley comes back home, let's have a big party. That's a great idea. I'm sure it won't be long. Mr. Sholmes is very tough. Best view was on what? Get out of here, spam bot. Get the fuck out. Yikes. Yes. Alright. Go back to the... in here? I'm not sure. Just go back inside. It's like, yes, of course. Come in here to contemplate. Can we go back to the, go back to the prison cell? Yeah, sure. Judicial office. Alright, anything else new here? Oh, here we are. 6th of April, local prison, cell 13. Gina doesn't appear to be here. I believe she must be in questioning at the moment. Oh, but wait a minute. What is it, Iris? Well, if you examine the senior carefully, there's another possibility, isn't there? Gina could have slipped the key from the jailer when she wasn't looking and escaped. Oh my! She like pickpocketed the key, like escaped her, right? Why? Why would she do something like that? It'll only make a situation worse. Calm down, Bruno. I was only joking, of course. Oh. You had me worried there. I thought it was a great deduction. Yes, it must be your weighted words, Irish. You're so wonderfully persuasive. Perhaps you don't fully understand the way your words carry. Oh dear, I'm sorry. I suppose the light-hearted great detective is in contradiction in terms. Well, in the same situation, I'm sure that Mr. Jones would be able to throw his head back engulfed. I'm not entirely sure that's helpful, Mr. Nohardo. Well, anyway, it looks like we won't be able to talk to Gina for a while. We should make progress with an investigation in the meantime. Yes, come along then, Runa. Come along, Susie. Converse. Oh, I can't examine, can't do anything. Oh, look at this move. Hospital. Nope. Examine. It's awfully quiet in here. Quiet like death itself, right. Look at the PGR. There's no spoil on the wall here. Look, let's see. What does it say? Thought of the day. On seeing any vermin, calmly and discreetly inform Miss Matron. I'm informed Matron. I don't know where Miss Matron came from. Oh, yes, they have rats and mice in hospitals like this. They'll have to feast on the medicine. That's a problem. I guess it wouldn't have any way to, like, stop them coming in, right? Any, like, rat stuff. If you don't deal with them, there's nothing left to treat the patients. Rats and mice? Oh, I see. This is a rather old building, I suppose. I guess, you know, mousetrap. That'd be like the only thing you could do, right? But the doctors and nurses are all very good, I hear. I certainly hope so, for Mr. Sherm's sake. He yeeted out the window. Of course. Yeah, it's kind of like an awkward place to have that window. They're like difficult for like the nurse to close. Have to like climb over the bed to close it. Or unless... Oh no, that'd be like the curtain, right, for privacy. I was thinking maybe there was like a pulley system so they could like pull it and then like open and close accordingly. Or it could be either or, I guess. Yeah. It's like they tell the patient, "Can you close the window?" I can't get over there. I know you're completely bedridden and unconscious and broken bones, but can you close the window? Examine. Okay, I don't think we need to be here. Yeah, I like already looked at all this shit, right? Yeah. Right, now what? Yeah, the game doesn't exactly tell me what to do. Gotta figure it out. It's something somewhere in some room. Something I haven't looked at. Present your own story. Oh, my manuscript. Mr. Sherm said he deposited Windy Banks, and he had. But it's so strange. What is it about this particular story? I worked so hard on it. Why would Hurley say that I can't publish it? I'm afraid I have no idea. All you can do is wait until he's ready to tell you, I suppose. Oh, maybe. It's because Hurley isn't enough. Maybe you didn't give him enough good lines. Yeah, maybe. I wish I could say definitely the reason, but I can't. Read it ourselves, maybe. Photograph number 2. This is the ticket that Gina brought in here yesterday. Yes, having an exhausted by Mr. McGill 2 months earlier. I was going to deposit one gentleman's overcoat, and the other redemption ticket was in the pocket of that coat. Yes, for a small box deposited 2 days before the omnibus incident. Could that have anything to do with all this? So a small box and an overcoat, right? What was it about the music disc as well? Mr. Naruhodo, I don't know if you've noticed, but there's something rather troubling here. I have noticed. The red smear, you mean? Yes, it looks like there's blood, doesn't it? I wonder if the sort of sentence picked it up on that. Well, in that case, yes, we need Iris. We should show this to her before we forget. Okay, I'd update it. Yeah, and then I show it to her and she shoots it with the gun, right? Yes, maybe that was it. Oh, that looks like blood. And it's gonna turn pink. Oh, purple or some shit. 3 different bloods. I would say it's from a gloved finger. Almost certainly that glove made of leather. Well, don't worry, Runo. You can leave the rest to me. Ah, for fuck's sake, I knew it. Isn't a novel at all. It's like the things corresponded accordingly. They changed the same color, but of course, every single blood type we come across turns to a different color. So your gun is useless. Although it does confirm that it was 3 different people. Look at that. Yes, that's a color we haven't seen before, isn't it? We simply must add it to the portfolio of blood samples. It could be an important clue. Although, it would be nice to find out whose blood these different colors correspond to at some point. Well, this particular strain of blood... Oh, you've had an idea, haven't you? Do you know whose blood it is? What? Huh? Based on what? No idea. How could I? We don't have a single sample of the blood color. Without that, it's impossible to know. Oh, how very vexing. I wonder... What? Well, it's true that the color doesn't help us. But what about considering how the mark came to be there in the first place? You might have an idea about that, mightn't you, Runo? Not if you keep staring at me like that. No. Let's try that again, shall we? Well, this particular strain of blood... Oh, you had an idea, haven't you? Do you know whose blood this is? I think I do. I don't. Yes, I have an idea whose blood it is. Not from the color of the tone, but with a little deduction. That's right. I think it's clear. Iris, you know as well? You first, Runo. Who do you think it belongs to? Alright, I believe this is the blood of... Oh, God. The Great Attorney Chronicles. So, yo, what up, friend? That's it. Magnus McGillard, I guess. Yeah, what up, man? Pop Windybank. Is that his first name? I'm guessing that was his first name. Okay. This is new. This is news to me. Mr. McGillen? Yes, after all, this redemption ticket belonged to him. Oh, you don't think... You mean that during our incident at the omnibus? Yes, I expect so. It's a very clear print. It's no small amount of blood. So it must have resulted from a very serious accident, such as he might have been sustained on the omnibus. Wait, but if I remember rightly, no sign of injury was found in Mr. McGillen at all. Oh. We're trying to work out whose blood sample it came from. Oh, who the blood came from. So we can rule out anyone who hasn't been bleeding straight away. Yes, I suppose we can. We'll have to think this through some more. Who do we know who was bleeding at the time? Blood. I believe this is the blood of... Was Gina bleeding at the time? I don't think so. Oh, yeah, who got killed? Who died? Wait, I forget what happened in the case. What happened like 10 hours ago? What? Sure. Thrice fried Mason. Thrice fried Mason? Yeah, he's the guy who died, right? Yeah. You don't sound very sure of yourself, the way you trailed off there. Well, it was 2 months ago now in that case. And of course I never met the victim, so I'm struggling to remember his name. He was definitely thrice fried, though. The victim of the omnibus case? Yes, his name was indeed Mr. Thrice Fried Mason. But that would mean this blood stain was left on the ticket 2 months ago. Yes, I think it was. Okay, so the pink blood belongs to him, so we can rule that out. Gina brought this ticket here to the Windy Banks yesterday. I'm suggesting the blood stain was already on it at that time. So it's a smear of blood from the time that Mr. Mason was killed 2 months ago. Something else is coming back to me now. Mr. McGillen was also wearing the leather gloves that night. Was he? I guess so. Well, he's not right now, but still. Well, he wasn't at the time. Now I ask you, is the good-hearted soul who wouldn't rush to help a fellow bleeding from his stomach? I wasn't able to stop worrying about my gloves, though, wasn't I? I reached out to give a man a hand. Yeah, very clever. It's like taking like bits and pieces from like previous cases and like applying them like the very last case. Interesting. It's like taking like little hints and bits and pieces and grabbing them out and throwing them into the last case. Very interesting. It's like expanding on already existing ideas. We don't have to come up with anything new. No, of course not. It certainly does look like a leather glove thumbprint, this mark. Well, we know that Mr. McGill had no injuries at the time, anywhere on his body, from which we can conclude that any blood on the glove belongs to the victim, Mr. Mason. Mr. Naruhodo? You sound like just Mr. Sholmes. Deduction. Minus the quirky slip-ups, I hope. Yes, I think you're right, Bruno. Very well. Let's make a note of this. The details of the pawnbroker's ticket for the coat has been annotated in the court record, and also the music suddenly stopped, for no reason. The blood analysis data has been updated in the court record. Alright, sweet. Now what? Oh, I exhausted all my options again, hooray. Okay, I guess I'll just visit all the rooms again. What do you make of this? Hang on, present the blood samples to him. This one. That's what I have to say about it. Blah 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 blah. Skip. Fast forward. I'm mashing every button. Oh god, I have to watch this whole animation. Yeah, I've already presented that. Does anyone have anything to say about this? No. Oh god. You think like when you watch it once you'd be able to skip it, but no. Capcom, change that in future game, please. In Attorney Chronicles 2. Yeah, I don't think I have anything to say about any of these, so... I've examined everything in this room. Right? Yeah, I've done all that. Done all this, done all that. Okay, now what? Running out of things to do. Oh, unless I can go back to the cell. Maybe she's back there now. Let's have a look. Nope, still not here. Hospital? Nope. I love the music in this room. It's very, very ambient. It's like not even like any ambience from like outside or anything. It's just nothing. Complete silence. Chief Justice's office? Oh, okay. Oh, I thought it was going to be like, thought the text box was going to appear. It was going to be like, you need to do something here. This is like where you need to be. Examine. Oh god, I just don't want to look around this room. For fuck's sake, I'm going to waste my time. Unless... Oh. No, okay. Thought maybe there might be something hid on the sign, but no. Nothing. What do I do? Go in here. Why not? Look at everything in the room. Fuck it. It's spring at last, and the weather is warmer now. But I do love the smell of fire and the steam rising from the kettle. Oh, how about some tea, Bruno? Thanks, Iris, but I'm afraid I'm alright for now. With the green tea Sasoro-san makes from time to time, that's Iris's unique herbal infusions. And this place is paradise for a true tea lover. If you're sure, you always have plenty of whatever you're feeling thirsty. I'm pretty sure I read that wrong, but whatever. We're gonna go with it. So this is the tea set that Miss Sasoro brought with her from Japan. Let's hope this doesn't... Let's hope she doesn't notice me slipping sugar and milk into my cup when she makes it. It's just so bitter. Susie's lovely green tea has quite an impact on Hurley, you know. He stopped putting milk and sugar in coffee, in his coffee even. Really? Black coffee. And Hurley is normally bitterly opposed to bitterness. Yeah, no thanks. I think that's like an ongoing thing. It's like people that are like, black coffee, yeah. I'm like, yeah, no thanks. I only have black coffee when I have like no other choice. It's like I'm out of milk. I literally have to have this or nothing. So yeah, no thanks. I'm good on that. I think that was the show Twin Peaks. Like every single character is like, black coffee, so good. I'm like, yeah, nah, not for me. We've only been here in London for about 2 months, but my desk is starting to look a little messy already. Hurley's desk is far worse, you know. I'm sure if I try hard enough, I can make my desk as messy as Mr. Sholmes. I wonder. You don't think I can? Well, it takes a certain genius to reach that level of disorder, you know. The path to true mess, as long as an artist, it seems. Yes, everything's organized chaos, right? Ah, the Diarrhea doll I bought from home, still only with one eye colored in. I said I colored the other eye once I won my first court here case in Britain, but... That's cruel. Only letting having one eye? Yes, that's because I don't consider myself a good enough lawyer, you see. Once I become a fully fledged lawyer, Mr. Sutter will color in the other eye for me. Well, in that case, why not color in the other eye now? And then every time you win a new case, give it an extra eye. Multiple eyes. Can't have too many eyes, you know. Yeah, I think that's supposed to be like good luck. And that's the way that it works. You're supposed to color in one eye when you make a wish, and you're supposed to color in one eye when you make a wish, and color in the other eye when it becomes true. So, yeah, I actually have one of those. Yeah, I'll get it actually. It's like just over here. Yeah, I think my friend went to Japan. He's like, "Do you want anything?" I'm like, "Yeah, you can get me one of those. Those are kind of cool." So, but it's not like a big one though. Looking, yeah, there it is. Yeah, it's just a small, like little one. So, yeah. Yeah, I was actually expecting a bigger one, but obviously he's just like, yeah, I'll just get a small one. It's got obviously because he's like, you know, traveling. Probably with like plenty of other gifts as well. So call me crazy, but I'd never considered that. Yeah, because I was thinking like what things he could get me. I'm like, well, you know, you could only get these in Japan. Well, I'm pretty sure you can only get these in Japan, but still. It's like something from Japan that you can get me. I'm like, yeah, sure. Just one of those will do. All good. Oh, this looks like a telegram. It is, but you mustn't open it. Not under any circumstances. Alright, I won't. Now then, let's see. No, what did I just say? You mustn't open it. Don't worry, I won't. With this special concoction I developed, I'll be able to see through the envelope without having to open it. No, that's not allowed either. Oh, but I'm sure it's something important. Little geniuses sure can be mischievous. Anything else? We were rather lucky to find that old aquarium left behind here. The prawns that we put in there are doing rather well, and the anemones too. Apparently, tanks like these were very popular in London before I was born. Oh, you mean they're not anymore? I think people discovered it too much effort to clean them out and change the water all the time. I can believe that. Prawns and anemones are fun, but for a while. Yeah, I think it was when I was a kid. We had a fish tank with fish. And I think like before we got it, I was like, oh yeah, let's get some fish. And then when we got it was like, yeah, they kind of just sit there, swimming. Yeah. Got pretty boring pretty fast. Pretty sure I didn't even change it or take care of it. My parents did everything, so. Do you know, I've never seen inside Mr. Soto's room. I haven't so much as put my head around the door. Oh, Susie often invites me up. It's so much fun. Really? What's a room like? Yeah, and also, where do you sleep? If you don't have a, you sleep out here, and like just throw a futon in the middle of the workspace. I can't tell you that. Oh, a young maiden's private chamber is the place of bittersweet secrets, you know. Where have I heard that before? I suppose some things are the same the world over. Yeah, and also is Mr. Soto not here with us right now? She was traveling with us, right? Yeah. I guess like all the dialogue here is just made for this area before we actually went outside and found her, so makes sense. Move. Oh god, I don't want to look around this room. What do I do? Present this. Would you mind if I showed you this, Iris? Just a boring old thing, really, but... Oh, I don't really like boring things. Ah. Looks like Japanese modesty is over and easily misinterpreted by young Western children. I mean, who does like boring things? No one wants to be shown something boring. Come to think of it, you're always introducing things with, this is boring, but it's a bad habit. You should stop it. I'll be sure to let the entire population of Empire Japan know that on my return. Yes, it's just generic. I have nothing to say about this. Poor Ginny. This is all my fault, really. But she'll be alright, won't she? In court tomorrow, I mean. I'll defend it with everything I've got. So, she'll be alright, won't she? Am I that bad at instilling confidence? Blood samples. The way you can notify different people's blood, it's like this is amazing. You really are a genius, Iris. That's the instruction quick. Oh, yeah. I know, I am. If Hurley and I put my minds to it, we can really shake up Britain's chemists and alchemists. And you can shake up Japan's lawyers and judges, couldn't you now, Mr. Naruto? Oh, for sure. Even though I didn't intend to. I've already showed you that. I've already showed you this, right? Yeah, okay. There's nothing else to say about that. Okay. Yeah, so we've looked at everything in this room, right? Yep. Okay. Back to the storeroom, I guess. Anything new? New bodies, new guns, multiple guns. Anything new to say? Nope. God, do I really have to go to like the previous eras and fucking look at everything? But I don't want to. It's gonna take forever. Christ. Fine. Or no, okay. I thought it was gonna pop up. Damn it. Alright, I'll look at every fucking thing in this room. My god. The fire's burning comfortably in this grate again today. It's a very different feeling in Japan. How about you somehow? Hurley's been working on this disguise recently. He's been dressing as a woman mainly. Okay. Really? Mr. Sholmes dresses in woman's clothes? Yes, you see our lady in that photographic prints on the mantelpiece? That's Hurley. He's quite stunning. He pulls it off quite well. Anything else? Oh. It's an unusual way to make use of a huge metal chest as a table for tea and coffee. But it's a very sturdy box, so I noticed that it's always locked. Well, that's because that big box contains some of my most important things. Which way I have no intention of telling you more about, judging from that guarded smile. These are all the mementos in Mr. Sholmes' past cases, I think. If he'd been involved in my case, I wonder how the beefsteak from La Carnival will be in display here. Hurley says that Waggy is a memento too. What? How? He tried really hard to get a lower fellow to stay on their shelves at first. But he had no idea to give up at the end. Waggy just couldn't keep still. Yes, funny that. Isn't that the cat? Yeah. Anything else in this area? No? Okay, over here. Now this really is Mr. Sholmes' fatal performing partner then. The Strapidaire, the Strappy Scar, the Scrapaphilus? No, that's not good, it's gone. The virtuoso's violin found the pawnbrokers and managed to buy it for the next to nothing. I hope Hurley gets well soon. I miss hearing the violin playing already. Oh, Iris, I'm sure he will. What? There's all sorts of things on these shelves, chemistry, patrishes, books, papers, and lots of things I've never seen before. It's all heaped up so high, and I can't be feeling there's a whole lot that's going to topple at any moment. Is that the, just a bunch of books, really. Yeah, because as I was saying earlier, like, that's, you know, his space was, like, way more cluttered, but it seems to be relatively organized. And his desk is completely clean. Yes, Hurley does tend to overload the shelves. That's one way of putting it. He wanted to look something up in one of those books the other day, you know. But it was so tightly crammed in, he gave up and went to buy a brand new copy instead. That seems rather redundant. Just give up and be like, yeah. It's far easier to do that, I guess. Look at Mr. Sholmes' deck, it's completely clear. It looks completely different without that enormous machine on it. Oh, that's right, yeah, that was the giant machine. Yeah, that was apparently was pawned off, but it's not in the pawnbrokers at all. At least I didn't see it, but... He lives in an absolutely mess all the time. He never notices when things go missing. Even Mr. Jones must have noticed that huge lump of metal is no longer there. Surely. Okay, well that's good. Lamp. Okay, everything over here. This is where you note down your ideas, isn't it, Iris? Let's see, what does it say today? The Boscombe Valley Mystery. We visited Boscombe Valley recently for a picnic, you see. I forgot to bring the tea. So when Hurley became thirsty, he decided to drink from the Boscombe pond. He got himself a very awful tummy ache. Pond water. Yum. Oh dear. Hurley sat there miserable as going to be in that field of flowers after that, just like when you saw him yesterday. That really is an unsavory tale. Gonna make for a bestseller, I bet. Your beautiful tea set is on the table here as usual. A cup of wine with a special herbal blends always helps me to relax when I'm feeling the strain. Poor Hurley. He hasn't a single drop of tea today. I wish I could take some to the hospital for him. Make as much tea as you usually do. Oh, it's not. It's all sitting there. It's all going to waste. So you don't have to make as much tea when the person's not here. But I guess when you get in the habit, you have to break that habit. Charming little white shelf that's full of charming little bottles too. But the contents of them aren't quite so charming, it seems. I'm so close now. I've nearly developed that rainbow smoke grenade, you know. You're still working on those colorful but funny explosives, are you? I tell you what, when I perfected it, I'll fire the first shot at you, Bruno. Oh, great. What an honor. Okay. Come to think of it, I haven't seen you doing much writing recently, Iris. But there's papers already set up in the typewriter, I noticed, as if you're about to start. I'm a little bit stuck for a new story, actually. But if you could consider what happened to Mr. Natsumi, perhaps. Ooh, yes, that's a fabulous idea. A great title just popped in my head as well. The Adventure of the Caddy Man. How's that, Bruno? Don't know about that. Oh, good. Is that everything on the screen? Cool. Okay, I've looked at everything in this house, and I made no progress. Amazing. Bloody hell. Alright, I did it. Now what? Next area. Oh yeah, I've already done everything in this area, right? Yeah. Yeah, pretty sure I've already looked at everything out here. But I'm gonna have a look anyway. Whoops! That was the right one. Yep. It's all looked at. Okay. Wow, I've like missed something. I don't know what the fuck it is though. Christ. Converse. Ah, Christ. Hang on, these police? Okay. I was thinking like there was a police officer that I didn't talk to or something. Yeah. No, 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 no. Double checking, triple checking. Yeah, they haven't done. There's like this broken. Oh, it's not there anymore. No, there's that. Yeah, there was that broken glass. We didn't have anything to say about that. It's crazy. Okay. Nothing new. Nope. Yeah, I've already presented everything to her, right? Yeah. Man, I'm running out of options. Game's broken. Game's not finished. Can't beat the game. Cannot be done. But they just ship a not finished game. Oops. We forgot to make a point where you could actually progress and beat the game. Oh, sorry. They'll be struggling for hours and they'll just never be able to finish the game. Crazy. What was that? Oh, that was Silicon Knights for the Nintendo 64. Apparently, there's one collectible that you actually can't collect. Like, you just go right through it, and you literally can't finish the game because of that. So, oops. Yeah, Space Station Silicon Knights. That was it. Yeah. Armbands. Check this out. Okay, he's gonna have nothing to say about that. Yeah, I've already presented everything to him, so gotta watch this fucking slow ass animation where he drinks tea. Okay. Maybe inspect. Oh, this is like literally the last place where I haven't expected anything, so everything. So. Okay, I guess this is my final option. Sure. Ooh, I've always dreamt of seeing a huge desk like that and looking important. Why don't you try it then? Discreetly, of course. Alright, I will. Tell me how I look. Is it gonna put her up there, or character model up there? Well, Runa, what do you think? No. A little too discreet. I can't even see you. No, because you're so small, you can't even fucking see her. So she is there, but... Let's get use your imagination. Oh my goodness, look at all these books. Yes, there are books about the juggle system about all these different Western nations. Even for someone like me, it would take me at least 10 days to read all these. 10 days? Just 10 days? Oh, I was only joking, Bruno. Though it would be fun to play out my genius. Scarily believable to you, if that's the trouble. I mean, if you were going hard and you were, you know, you're only taking a couple hours of, doing the old, the Iron Man sleep routine. If you don't know what that is, apparently, you stay awake for 2 hours, and then you take a 15-minute nap, and then you stay awake for 2 hours, and you take another 15-minute nap. Apparently, you can keep on doing that, and you can literally stay awake for days at a time. It's not recommended, but yeah, apparently you can stay awake for quite a while by doing that. Because I've heard that what some convention heads of conventions used to do, just to stay awake for like quite a while. It's like I'm in charge of everything, but I gotta piss off every 2 hours to have a 15-minute nap. So those giant suits of armor are still facing each other so menacingly across the room. I just can't understand why anyone would wear such things in battle. They must be so heavy. I expect you to invent some sort of special lightweight suit if it was down to you, wouldn't you, Iris? I think if it was me, I'd invent a world where people didn't need to fight each other in the first place. Iris, you're a champion. Well, what do you think? That was a model answer, wasn't it? She's 10, right, Oski? 10, and she's leading you around the nose. She's got more world values than you, and she's barely even at a primary school. Okay, that's literally everything. Oh no, yeah, something up here. I love clocks and their mechanisms, don't you? The way that all the hundreds of pieces fit together and work as one to move all the hands of a single timepiece. Yes, I can imagine clocks are just your cup of tea. When I was little, I used to dream of one day living inside a clock, you know. Thinking it must have been envious of the Lord Chief Justice having an office like this, I suppose. No, not really. Oh? Well, I mean, that's a dream for when you're little. It'd be silly now. You are still little. Don't let Lord Strawheart hear you like talking like that. He's 10, not considered little. That's everything in this room. Okay. I've looked at everything, video game. Give me the next thing to do. Come on, you can do it. Oh my god. I am running out of things to look at and do. Oh boy. Still nothing. Still nothing. Oh no. Game's broken. Can't beat the game. God, I just want to make progress, but I don't know what the fuck to do. Do I have to look it up like last time I got stuck? Oh, hang on, can I? Oh. I didn't know I could rotate the room? Oh, bloody hell. Oh, was this what I had to have a look at? This thing over here? Please tell me this it wasn't this obvious. I wonder what these are. Do you have any idea, Iris? Oh, haven't you ever seen crutches before? Let me explain. They're for people with leg injuries to help them walk. You hold one under each arm, you see. Ah, right. I thought that was weapons of some sort. Why would there be weapons in a hospital? I thought maybe a fighter had been injured in a battle contest and be brought here along with his weapons. It's, I guess. That's surprisingly plausible. Oh, no, that's all. Okay. No, I do not believe that was correct. Okay. Just some extra flavor text, I guess. Oh, okay, still stuck. Amazing. Okay. Yeah, I may have to look up what to do. Because I believe I have tried everything. So I've talked to everyone, I've looked at everything, I've presented everything, I've exhausted every option. So, and I'm gonna be real annoyed, and it's gonna be something really obvious, and I'm gonna be real annoyed. Yeah, because I've already done all these, right? No. I've looked at everything in this room, haven't I? Yeah, I've looked over this room 3, 4, 5 times. Can I turn on the journalist mode where a game will just advances all for me? Actually, can I do that? Hang on. Wait time. Screen flashes. Text skip. Where's the story mode? On. Will it literally advance the game for me? Oh, I thought it was going to go straight up, just be like, yeah, do it. Oh, I think that just gets rid of the puzzle, so you can like just literally just go. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Start right off. Automatically without having to press any of the buttons. Presentation, evidence, etc. All handled on your behalf. Okay, I see. Right, so I guess it has the progress first, right? Yeah. Or unless you just need to find the right thing to do. Maybe like some of this you still need to press buttons. I don't know. I'm not quite sure how it works, but okay. Alright, I'll look it up. Where are we? Ooh. Ace Attorney Chronicles. Who was the... Hang on, can we go to... People? No, we can't. Yeah, I'll look up pawnbrokers. I am stumped. Okay. Did that. Did that. Move to the storeroom, go to the scene of the crime, look at the body. Present the pawnbroker's ticket box. Oh, did I not do that? What was that? Oh. Did I not present this? Ah, shit. Oh, okay, so this was the one thing I didn't do. Ah, Christ, I knew it was going to be something really obvious. Inspector, what do you make of this? What do we have here then? A redemption ticket for an article deposited here, is it? Oh, okay. Yeah, this was like the one thing I didn't do. I presented everything else except for this thing. For fuck's sake. Yeah, I knew I'd be annoyed. And I knew it'd be really obvious. I knew it'd be like the one thing I didn't try. For fuck's sake. Christ. Looks like someone ran out of the office stationery and wrote a ticket on whatever paper was happened to be on the hand. Yes, it's the ticket of Mr. McGill's overcoat, the one and the little driver turned up with yesterday. Oh, actually, no, it's not. Really? Think you know better than me, do you? No, I didn't mean to, Bruno's right, Greg, see? It isn't the same ticket. Of course it isn't. Of course it isn't. I never doubted you, your ladyship. So, what's this all about then, if I may be so bold as to ask? This is a second ticket. A second one? It seems that Miss McGill, in fact, had another article in storage here in Windybanks. Is that right? I think we need to discuss this further with the inspector, Mr. Narharder. Oh good, because he's ever so easy to talk to. Bloody hell. Okay, fine, at least we're making progress. This ticket was one of the pockets of Mr. McGill's overcoat. Yeah? You mean to tell me? Yes, there was more than one in the music box disc, it seems. Yes, it wasn't. It'd be really obvious if like this piece of dialogue was uncovered like the second we got this, but of course we had to present it for it to be uncovered, wasn't it? Bloody hell. Stupid game. I should have insisted on the lads taking it back to the yard and examining it properly. Well, according to the details in this ticket, Mr. McGill deposited another article here at the Windybanks. Yes, I can see it written here. A small box, was it? Do you have any idea where it is, Grexy? Any idea at all? It's another article belonging to Mr. McGill. It could have been an important clue. Well, yes, I suppose it could be. Please, stop looking at me with those big turquoise eyes full of hope and expectation. Expectation? Expectation. It's too much pressure. I'll lose my marbles. I'll go barking. This is no time for the dog impression, Inspector. That's enough sauce from you, sunshine. There's one thing that springs to mind. According to this ticket, the redemption deadline's already passed, doesn't it? Oh yes, of course. Articles will only help for 2 months. So the small box will no longer be in here then? That's right, it's been fortified. Which means it could be on the shelves in front of the shop, where the fortified items are up for sale. Yes, the shelves in the front. We must first search them at once. You're wasting your time. Oh? There are dozens of little boxes out there, hundreds even. We can't possibly know which one might have been Mr. McGill's. That information's not written on the ledger. Well, I think I should at least have a look, just in case. Of course, your ladyship, of course. Very sensible of you, I'm sure. This is getting old. It really agrees with whatever she has to say. Oh god, yeah, the amount of fucking clocks. All going off at once. You'd imagine they'd just, oh, I guess you'd want them to work, right? For people, I mean, like, but then again, it's hard to say. So you want them to work, right, but at the same time, like you want people to buy them when they're in working order. Yeah, it's hard to say. Ah, I nearly jumped out of my skin there. How could have Misty Winks, how could have Mr. Windybanks set such a wicked trap? I doubt he set up to scare anyone. Is that really the time? I think perhaps we should pay Gina another visit soon. Oh? Her trial is tomorrow. We must re-establish whether or not you'll be defending her. I thought we already established that we are, but okay. I think we should ask her one more time. She may have changed her mind. Changed her mind to no? Don't remember, Runo. You told her that she'd rip up the representations if she didn't want you to be a lawyer. Not true. Really? Did I say that? Yes, you did. The deadline for submitting the paperwork is fast approaching. In that case, you better hurry back to the prison and talk to Gina again. Okay, finally. The plot progresses. I only looked at everything. Bloody hell. Local prison, cell 13. Ah, Gina, good, you're back. Ah. The police must have finished questioning her then. Oh, how was it, Ginny? Was it awful? Eh? Oh. Don't bother me. Think of the paperwork you signed before. I mean, you were able to investigate at Windybanks. Oh, right. Don't you want to know how we got on? We've been ever so busy. What's the point in asking? Won't change what everyone's saying, that I did it. That's not... Gina, we came to ask for your final decision. Eh? What decision? About tomorrow's trial. Will you let me defend you or not? I must submit the paperwork now if you'd like Mr. Naruhodo to represent you. Right, I see. She's really lost her fight all of a sudden. I know what she feels like. The worry is just so hard to bear. Converse. All right then, blimey, give it a rest with your eyes, Iris. Come on then, fill us in. Who done it? Unfortunately, we don't know that yet. You don't say. We don't know yet, Gina. But Mr. Naruhodo and all of us know that you are innocent of this crime. And while we haven't yet managed to work out who the real culprit is, there are a number of interesting facts we may have managed to establish. Play on, my shirt just keeps on fucking slipping off to the side. This always happens. I think it's like the way that I'm sitting in this couch. It always happens. And yes. Oh yeah? Like what? Well, for example, the reason why you're sitting here in the first place. I think you know why you broke into Windybanks that night. It looks like I'm going to have to take some evidence that really reveals the reason. And thrust it in Gina's face. Or I could present it to her calmly, I suppose. Okay. Present. The blood samples. Here, Gina, look at this. No tar. I wasn't saying that you could have it. Oh, weren't you? Well, when someone says I can have stuff, it makes me want it. See? You better hand it over now. No, I'm not giving it to you. Okay. For the coat? Do you see this pawnbroker's ticket, Gina? It's the one you took to Windybanks, isn't it? And the one for that black overcoat you're wearing now. Yeah? What? That? I don't know. They all look the same to me, those tickets. Surely not. Well, this one has a very obvious mark on it, though it appeared to be blood. Eh? Does that ring any bells? I don't know, it all looks the same to me. Blood. And they all sound the same to me, those answers. Suspicious. Suspicious. To the other one. Okay, she's gonna have nothing to say about it. Manuscripts? We found this in Mr. Windybank's storeroom. The manuscript of Iris's latest story. Ah. Oh, right. Well, that's good then. Curiously, the story man Windybank showed us no sign of being ransacked for items or value for life, or the like. With one exception. The box file that housed the manuscript. Yeah, it was open, right? So maybe someone was opening it to check what was inside, see if it was still there. It was you, wasn't it, Gina, who broke open the box containing this manuscript last night? You were determined to find out whether or not the Hound of the Baskervilles was really there. That's the real reason you broke into the storeroom last night, isn't it? Ugh. Why don't you tell us what happened, please? Well, before we get to that, we'll get to this. We already have the representation papers and the other documents we need. All we have to do is hand them over to the court clerk. That is, if you're allowed us to represent you in court tomorrow. Nah, don't bother. Gee. Rip them up and chuck them, would ya? Representation papers or whatever they're called. This cell ain't fancy enough to have a bin. So, what will you do in court tomorrow? I'll be fine on my own. I don't think you will be. Look, it doesn't matter. What's gonna happen is gonna happen. This is one stubborn pickpocket. Okay. Apparently changed their mind again. Alright, yeah, this Baskerville story is the latest Sherman's adventure. Right, it hasn't been printed yet. So I figured it's gotta be worth a few pieces of silver, right? Oh yes, at least £5,000. What? So you intend to sell Iris's manuscript, do you? No, Ginny. How could you? What? Wait, no, hang on. Of course I ain't gonna sell it. All I wanted to do was find out if the manuscript or whatever you call it was really there or not. That's the only reason why I went there when I was in the place. For Iris' sake. Isn't that right? We all knew why you'd done it from the start, Gina. Of course we did. But we knew you wouldn't do anything mean like that, Ginny. We just knew it. Well, when I saw the manuscript in the schoolroom, it reminded me of how you said the night before. Grown-ups do a lot worse than that, believe me. Barefaced liars, the lot of them. You just ain't realized it yet. I'm telling you, that manuscript ain't the one Windybank's. You soon see if I had a look. Oh, she was saying it wasn't, but it was. It's just she really wanted to prove herself right or wrong. And if I'm honest, I ever wondered if Hurley's telling me the truth or sometimes. I mean, I sometimes wonder if he might have hidden the manuscript somewhere. Somewhere I don't know. Even though it's wrong of me to doubt him. Oh, Jeannie, that was so sweet of you. Alright, alright. I'll tell you why I did it. Just stop looking at me like that, Iris. Whoa. We ain't... It weren't because of Iris. That's not why I did it. I just wanted the truth. That's all. You want to know if Mr. Jones is being honest? If he'd really deposited the manuscript at Windybank's? It's like I told you the night before. I never had a father. But Iris is a lot like mine. She's got a dad, only she can't see him. And if I reckon that's got to be harder. That's why she writes her stories. They're about her dad, really. And that's what it sounded like to me anyway, last night when I was listening to what you were saying. Stories about Daddy. You mean, like they're not the adventures of a great detective, so much as they're adventures of a great detective and his trusty partner? Well, that's how I see it, yeah. You're so thoughtful and so kind, Ginny. Yes, and we never thought any differently, did we? Look, give it a rest, will ya? I hate all this chummy nonsense, did you hear? I hate it. I don't trust no one, right? And that's how I work, because if you ain't trust no one can let you down. So leave me alone. Go on, scaper. Scarper. If I had noticed until now, it's unmistakable. Right there on both sleeves of the overcoat. Some very suspicious red stains. I wouldn't call it red, but alright. More like dirt, brown. What? Why are you looking at me like that? I think I might be worth presenting some other findings in that area to Gina now. Okay, apparently I'm presenting some other things. Present! Blood? Oh, can we hit it with the blood gun and then see what color it changes to? Interesting. Those stains are the sleeves of your new coat, Gina. They're blood, aren't they? Not that I know whose blood yet. What? But blood, Mr. Naruto. You don't appear to have any obvious wounds yourself, though. Could it be that the blood that splattered from Mr. Windybank was shot last night? Let's not beat around the bush here. This trusty friend of mine will get the results much faster than anything else. Take it easy, Iris. Don't move, Ginny. I'm going to shoot. Oh, purple. Oh, this is a brand new color, for fuck's sake. Oh. Oh my. What the... Forget the sleeves. The whole coat is covered with blood. Oh, let's not move. Forget that this isn't her coat. Correct? Of course. The black color of the fabric was masking the stains. That's why we couldn't see them until now. And the blood had reacted with the chemical to turn a purple color. Yes, the purple isn't a color that we've seen yet, so... I've got 4 different colors that don't match with each other, so... Which matches one of the samples we already collected perfectly. What? What do you mean? I thought purple was a color that we haven't come across yet. Or am I remembering incorrectly? What? No. I guess I forgot. I'm pretty sure that we haven't come across purple yet. Yes, now let's see. Who had the purple blood? Aha! Yes, it was the brickmaker, Mr. Mason, the victim of the murder case 2 months ago. Oh, Mr. Thrice Mason. I thought it was pink. It was purple. Whatever. So the blood is left over from that case. Okay. Whatever. I knew it. What? What do you want about? The victim? What do you mean? Yes, that's why it was kind of brown, because obviously it was dried. No, excuse me. It's a rather uncomfortable situation, Mr. Naruto, but I think this makes things quite clear. Yeah, where's my water? Ugh. I coughed there for a second. It means the omnibus case is finally solved. Oh, really? As if it wasn't obvious already. I guess it's kind of close cut now. Now we can finally send Mr. McGill to jail. Oh yeah, he's dead. Oh, oops. The truth about who really murdered the brickmaker, Mr. Mason, is revealed. Boy, could someone explain what's going on? Keep telling off a story. Oh, okay. Good best of you, sure. We can see now the victim's blood is all over Mr. McGill's overcoat. In the trial 2 months ago, the defendant said that this in his testimony. Now I ask you, whose good-hearted soul wouldn't rush to help a fella bleeding from his stomach? I was about to start worrying about my gloves now, was I? I reached out to give a man a hand. But if you look at this overcoat now, it's clear. These stains would have arisen by Mr. McGill trying to pull the victim with his feet. No, if that was what really happened, the blood wouldn't have been splashed all over from the front of the coat. The only explanation for this pattern of blood was that it splashed over Mr. McGill's coat when he stabbed the victim in the stomach. That's a fair amount of blood. Look, just stab, and then why do you take the knife out, and then the blood goes ejects like, I don't know, like a fountain or something. I don't think blood quite works like that, but okay, we'll roll with it. I've tried to take a run from the truth for long enough, but there's no escaping it now. The true culprit in that case, Mr. Mason's killer, was Magnus McGillard. Yeah, no shit. We knew that. We knew that like halfway through the case. Mrs. Nahoda, that horrible case is solved at last. And I helped the man walk free from the trial. Yeah, exactly. We're trying to pin it on him even though we're representing him at the same time. I used all that twisted testimony and all that sham evidence to prove his innocence. Not really. We were kind of trying to twist it, be like, hang on. But then it was kind of just dismissed at the last second. It was like, fuck it. Yeah, that was kind of like, the kind of case was kind of like, you say. We were kind of like skewing the truth to getting convicted, but all of a sudden the case was like, no, it's over. Forget it. Just all of a sudden it was stopped, and I was like, okay. Bruno, did you believe him though? Yeah, I guess we all kind of helped in a way to make him walk free, right? Did you believe Mr. McGillard was innocent? I believed. Or rather, I think I was trying to believe, or wanted to. Because believing on those you represent in court is a defense lawyer's greatest weapon. A weapon? Before we came to Great Britain, a great friend of mine taught me a valuable lesson. You mean Kazuma-sama? Listen, Ryanosuke. We lawyers are only human. We can't know for sure what the truth and what is the truth and what is a lie, which is why we must resort to our primary weapon. An unwavering belief in our clients. That's all we really have. Unwavering belief? Only then can we truly believe what our clients tell us, and we fight with everything we have for our cause. In any battle, there are no victory without faith. So I believe you, unwaveringly. That's right, he was representing us right at that point. I remember. Hehe. What's funny, Gina? Oh, sounds like in this Empire Japan you come from, everyone must be soft. Well, come on. Look at the mess it's got you into, believing in that bog troller. Yes, I inadvertently helped a murderer walk free. Well, at least you've learnt your lesson now. Eh? Believing in people's never worth it. Someone's also always stabs you in the back in the end. As soon as you let down your guard, you've had it. Take a leaf out of my book. Believe no one. Get hurt by no one. Gina, may I ask you something? What? I'd just like to make absolutely sure. What would you like to do with this representation papers for tomorrow's trial? Then she said throw them out. Let's change her mind again. How many times do I have to say it? Rip him up and chuck him away. Are you really sure that's what you want? I bet that's what he wants. I bet that what's he wants. And all now, Mr. I'm a believer lawyer over there. Don't forget it was all me in that trial 2 months ago. Led everyone up to the garden path, didn't I? And you're telling me you can believe me after all that? Not likely. Well, Mr. No-Hoder, a lawyer's primary weapon is an unwavering belief in his clients. Ultimately, it comes down to whether or not I feel I can trust Gina with everything that's happened. I trust her. I can't trust her. But I trust her. But I can't trust her. Yeah, whatever. Gina, let me say it again. Please allow me to represent you in tomorrow's trial. Are you half-baked? Not at all. You've once admitted to committing the crime, haven't you? You've not once admitted to committing the crime, have you? Excuse me. What's more, I believe that you're telling me the truth. Seriously? Mr. Naruodo? Didn't you hear what I said before? I'm a born liar, fibs tip of my tongue, and I'm a diver. Don't forget, I pulled the wool over your eyes 2 months ago and got you into all sorts of trouble. Why would I ever trust me now? I just don't get it. Gina, I do understand why you chose not to put your trust in others. But I assure you, there are more to this life than you realize. What do you mean? The world we live in is full of people who would do very well to trust. People who won't ever let you down. Yeah, it's true that I'm a student of law and I'm certainly lacking in the courtroom experience. But I can promise you this. Whatever happens until my very last breath, I am completely on your side. What? What do you expect me to say to that? Breaking down in tears. I'm no good, I'm useless, but you still believe in me. Anime tears. Ness decided. I will take these papers now and carry out the necessary preparations for tomorrow's trial. I would be ashamed of throw them away now after it's being penned with your name so beautifully. Do what you like. You Eastern Lord are. I don't know what you are. I don't get you. Trying to act tough, but she's like very thankful, obviously. Gina's taking herself off to the back of the cell. She'd never admit it, but I hope she's feeling relieved. That's it. Alright in the end, I think. Even though I wasted a lot of fucking time fucking around, but still. Whoever's hiding there, show yourself at once. Eavesdropping is the height of cowardice. What? Mr. Soto? Somebody's in here in the shadows. I can sense it. Somebody who isn't there before. What? Thought it was going to be in the chapter, but it's still going. Blimey, you're sharp, eh? Oh, it's him. I suppose you're using one of those mystic Japanese arts. It's like the art of stealth I heard so much about. But it was being stealthy. It was you, Inspector. Rexy. Oh dear me, I'm most terribly sorry, Your Ladyship. I didn't mean to startle you. How long have you been listening to our conversation? Good grief, listening in? No. I just got word that there were some visitors here refusing to leave, even though it was after hours. I assure you, Ladyship, I just arrived, not this very minute, and not a moment earlier. It is all it is, nothing unwavering, nothing at all. After hours? Is it that late already? So then I'll humbly excuse myself now. Your Ladyship, you're sitting here talking for hours. Ta-da, toodaloo, cheerio, all the best, bye-bye, and the bye. That's a lot of farewells, and not one of them appropriate to a Ladyship. Oh, but I wanted to have a chat. I'm terribly sorry, but time is pressing at the minute. Oh, I see. That's a shame. I don't get this emergency Supreme Court dealt with the sharpish Lord Strongheart will... Well... Emergency? One Strongheart? Nothing to get us at anything. Anyway. I'm off. Alright, Greg, see if you have to. Let's chat soon. Delighted, charmed. Can't wait, if you please. My pleasure. That's a lot of pleasantries. And not one of them sounded sincere. Being roughly rushed, but at the same time trying to be very, very chivalrous. Grex is so funny. He says such silly things. It's certainly entertaining to see Inspector of the Police fall into a 10-year-old girl. But anyway, I wonder what the emergency is at the Supreme Court. I must attend the court clerk's office now before it closes. Yes, of course. Thank you now, Miss Sassoto. Even though you're not going to be here tomorrow. Kindly escort Iris now home now, Mr. Naruto. I shall meet you there later. Okay. It's going to do it for me. Sick. And so our investigation came to an end. Sassoto-san went to file the necessary paperwork for my defense of Gina the following day. And then it hit me. I could no longer suppress the wretched feeling that I had been ignoring away in my insides. Tomorrow, Sassoto-san will be leaving Britain and making her way back to Japan. April, 11:13 p.m. at Naruto's legal counselry. Naruto-san, it's been a very tiring day, hasn't it? I do hope you're not too exhausted. What about you, Sassoto-san? Today's been even more tiring for you, I'm sure. Mr. Sherns was shot before our eyes. Gina was arrested. All on the back of the news that her father had fallen ill and she must return to Japan at once. I hope your father recovers soon. Thank you for all your kind words. I wonder why that is. So many thoughts rage in my head like a storm. And yes, I see I'm unable to find the words to express any of them. I know exactly what you mean. Anyway, I have one final task to complete as your dutiful assistant. Once that is done, I shall make preparations for my departure tomorrow. You know, like already packed. Like, you know, you're gonna pack and leave on the day. Well, I guess if you don't have much to take, then yeah. One final task? Well, I guess you'd be going back by boat, right? So 2 months on, 2 months at sea. Converse. Right, hang on, actually, I'm gonna pee real quick, so. How long have we going for? Oh, 2 hours, jeez. I thought it'd be in court already. Alright, be right back. Okay. Oh god, that's a lot. Okay, let's do it. It's just 2 months since we arrived in London. But we've managed to establish this office and finally everything, and though we were settling in. I'll be lying if I said I felt no regret. I'm so sorry, Sassoto-san. It's just all so sudden. I really don't know what to think. I've had no time to gather my thoughts. I know I've only been here a short time, but In my limited experience of the courtroom, I feel as though I've learned something. And what would that be? It seems to me that there are many facets to people's personalities. Just microphone a little bit. Because I noticed if it's too close, like you can hear like the even though there's like a windsock on it, you can like hear like the breath like here in the microphone. So let's try to move it a little bit so you can still hear me, but still my voice doesn't eject into. Because that was like with one VOD that I watched back. Like those every time I spoke or did like a per word, it was like blowing out the microphone. So you gotta get that perfect depth, perfect length. Faucets. Like a jewel, the light pays off on them in complex patterns, illuminating their actions and their motives. But we only see a small number of total faucets, and what's illuminated to only a part of the whole story. What lies in the shadows? What these faucets we cannot see look like? Perhaps there is some sort of past that we never lay eyes on, for as long as we live. That's so true. Sometimes I feel as though I'm blind to so much. But I keep hoping one day all will become clear. That all the faucets will be illuminated and I'll finally understand how everything fits together. Now how to son. I suppose what matters is that only keep our eyes open and keep moving forward, even though the way sometimes feels dark. It's amazing to think that it's only just been 2 months. You've grown so much. Sorry? What? Oh no, it was nothing. Unimportant. Do you know what time you leave London in the morning? Yes, I picked up my ticket earlier. I should be leaving here at 4 AM. Oh god, you don't have much time at all. You'll be leaving in fucking 5 hours. Oh my god. I see. Well, I'll escort you to the station. Absolutely not. Sorry. I'm sure you'd realize where I couldn't possibly let you do that. You have a very important day ahead of you tomorrow. Gina's trial. Yes, I know. But every word you utter will be living the potential to determine Gina's fate. You must get as much rest as possible. Even though, like me, I'm sure you'll find it hard to sleep. But please, for me, do try. Yeah, I think it was when I was a kid, we went on a family trip to another state, and I remember we had to leave at like 5 AM, and I remember I was like, oh, it's so early. But we had to literally drive to the airport to make it there in time. You mentioned one final task a moment ago. What did you mean? Oh my, I nearly forgot. Please, I want you to have this. What is that? Some huge bundle of documents? It's my notes from the case 2 months ago. The murder that was committed on the omnibus. The Miguel case. It seems to me that this case, the Mr. Windybank's murder of which Gina was accused, is very much tied up with the omnibus case in ways that are not yet completely apparent. Okay, so we have this so that we can reflect on those notes because she won't be here, right? Or we can give it to Iris if she's going to be with us. Because I'm assuming that she'll be with us. She'll be our new legal representation, right? Perhaps. So I took the liberty of consolidating my writings about the case for you. With everything else she's had to think about, Satsuru-san still managed to do this. And all neatly laid out for me in her beautiful handwriting. It was my pleasure. I can only hope that I will voice your case tomorrow for Gina. Thank you so much, Satsuru-san. I will do my best to use it wisely. You really are the best judicial assistant of the world. Well, for now. Well, that's extremely flattering. But I'm sorry I have to say that I've been complete failure. Sorry? I didn't quite catch what you said there. Oh, ignore me. I was just mumbling to myself. The McGill case notes have been added to the court record. Well, it's getting rather late. I think you should go to sleep. Bed now. Naruhodo-san. I must finish packing my things in my room. Hopefully it's not going to take too long. Jeez. So, yeah, I've been packing for like 3 hours, and I'm going to take 2 hours of sleep. To be fair, if you're traveling, you could probably just sleep all you want, so... I wish you the very best of luck tomorrow. Good night. Wait, there's something I need to say. Hiya! No more words, no more tears. Just karate. What was that? A secret technique of mine. The Sasuro shut down. Shut down? Yeah, to shut you up. No more words. Please, I implore you. If we have to voice our goodbyes, I won't be able to hold back my tears. Yeah, also that animation of her turning away, that's brand new. Haven't seen that once yet. Setsuru-san. It truly had been a trying day. On our feet for hours, getting Gina to open up for us and learning the truth about that nemesis of a case. Physically and mentally, I was exhausted, and yet the idea of sleep seemed impossible. But I forced myself to close my eyes, and as a cacophony of scenes of our minds here in London played through my minds. Eventually, my fatigue triumphed. I fell into a deep sleep. It's like a lot of words like I've never seen before in my life. Someone's been visiting thesaurus.com. Is that the end of the chapter? Oh, never mind, I'm still going. Yeah, I'll probably play until the chapter ends, and then I might save there and start it up next time when we actually start the case. For fuck's sake. Yeah, it's been like 4 parts so far. It's like we haven't started the fucking case yet. My god. Yes, I quite understand. That was a great weight off my mind. Oh, he's fine again. Oh, he's fine enough to stand, I guess. Rest assured, I shall put everything in place exactly as we discussed. Thank you so much. It has been an honor and a pleasure to be acquainted with you, Mr. Sherms. See? Talking to himself. On the contrary, the pleasure has been mine, or somebody talking to him. Also look at his lips to see if they're moving. Time to shoot you again. I bid you farewell and Godspeed. Oh, he's talking to her. I see. My dear madame. She's saying goodbye to him. My #1 fan. Okay, so that's it. There we are. Cool. Alright. So I'll save there, and I'll see the next chapter. I'll give you one teaser as per usual for whatever comes up next. Unless we're gonna get an animated intro. When I woke the following morning, Sasuru-san was already gone. Yeah, so that's all you get until next time. Alright, cool. So that's it for now. How long did we go for? 2.5 hours. Yeah, not bad. Yeah, I think it was last chapter. Like, I did 2 chapters last time, and they're all like an hour and a half each. And I was like, these are like getting short, but that one was pretty lengthy. Oh, to be fair, I was like spending so much time fucking around because I didn't know what to do, but still. Yeah, but then I'll be it until next time. So cheers for popping around if you're here. All good. And we'll actually begin the case next week. Thank God. I thought we were gonna start the case this time, but nope. Next time. Next time. All right. Yeah. So that'll be it until then. So I'll catch you then, or tomorrow, because I'll probably be live with Final Fantasy VII as per usual tomorrow. So either or. But yeah, I'll see you when I see you. Until then, goodbye. Oh, hang on, before I leave, I want to see if anybody's live, see if any can raid anybody. Even though it'll probably be a one-man raid. Raid browser? What the fuck is this? Excuse me? Oh, interesting. Oh, you can just like easily pick somebody to raid now. That's interesting. Based on who you're following and people that are streaming similar things. Ah, this isn't new. Cool. All right. But yeah, I want to raid my friends. So, so any of my friends live? No. Okay, that's fine. All good. All right, that's it then. Get out of here. Watch something else. I'm out. Later.